It's Season 2, Episode 28. Game 1 of the Running Man deathmatch at the stadium in Tree City. The Running Man team and the Leo tribe are tied 1 apiece, as Lonky, Popo, and Mio try to overcome Rex with everything that they can pull off. Rex, on the other hand, is looking to avoid that. This game obviously would not decide the winner of the contest, but the first game is important for setting a tone for a competition. Plus, there has been a lot of build up to this moment. So, let's rewind. The Running Man team, here, are trying desperately to defeat the Leo tribe in their longtime home in Tree City, a home where they last played for the 100th Running Man Championship. But just getting to this moment deserves a deep rewind. After playing for the rigged Running Man survival games and defeating Akong in Old City, Liu, Lonky, Kyuga, Mio, Popo, and Pala are finally released from their unconvincing long-time arrests, and are finally dismissed from their stay in Old City so that they can go back home to Tree City. These guys got their arrest warrants because of their sacrificial triumph against the Earth God Ulcus back in Tree City. However, that did not affect the Running Men negatively. They still played terrifically during the Running Man survival games hosted by Akong, but their experience in the training camp is not quite enjoyable for them as this is in charge of the brainwash Solar. Soon after, the entire building is shaking when everyone inside is chanting "Shake it" with Pala to annoy the giant Akong. Old City, including Sol Papa, congratulates Pala for his heroism. And yeah, the Running Man team had a memorable time in Old City even though they had a tough time to overcome this one as they head back home to Tree City. But what is actually happening in Tree City? In Tree City, the stadium is packed with plenty of excited populace because of this guy. This is Rex of the Leo tribe, a tribe of ferocious lions. He is here because he came for a predator fest against the DV7. At first, Spin tried to kick Rex 2 times, but too slow. He tried to stomp him one more time, but this time with a punch. But Rex somehow was still able to drag Spin back to the ground. The DV7 tried to compete with Gyuku, who has the ability to use his cards properly, and Alto, who can stretch his body as long as he can, but nothing seemed to work for them too. Meanwhile, the Running Man finally arrived at Tree City as they opened the doors of the stadium. However, Liu cannot open the doors as he tried to push the button several times. All of a sudden, this girl came. Rima explained the situation inside, that things are not quite normal because she witnessed that there are dangerous people taking over the city. She told everyone to follow her as they take an alternate route to go inside. While they run towards the inside, Rima further stated that Rex suddenly appeared after the defeat of Ulcus with the stadium finally rebuilt. The Leo tribe is known to be the rulers of the world, and its members also fought against different representatives from the other tribes in different competitions. And this time, Rex here demands to fight once again in a contest called the deathmatch. The 3 DV7 players standing on the field tried once again with an interesting flow to defeat Rex. It started with Gyuku using his cards to trap Rex, and Alto holding on to Rex's shoulders with his stretchy arms to keep him still. Spin tried to kick Rex after Gyuku's cards blow up, but Rex would again trounce him and tag him out. Alto then tried to distract Rex with a conversation and grab his shield, but Rex threw him. Gyuku tried his best too, with a bit of cuteness, but he would get knocked out once again as the Running Men finally went inside the stadium. The team witnessed everything in disgust. The DV7 would once again try to get the better of Rex, but this time, they play with Makon and Liu's older sister, Sean. These two played important roles in defeating Charming Gold back in the previous season with multiple efforts to allow Gold's robot to malfunction. And now, they are fighting against an unstoppable Rex. They attempted to attack him by doing their usual moves like Makon's power fists, and Sean's torturous kicks. But when they try to bother Rex at the same time, it seemed that Rex is still not yet knocked out as he told to them to just calm down. Makon tried again, but he could not contain the incredible power of Rex. Makon realized that Rex has an extraordinary power, and so does Sean. Then, they tried again with a new strategy. It started with Sean doing everything with her footwork. especially these multiple efforts to poke one of Rex's eyes, but Rex managed to avoid getting hit by Sean's shoes. Sean would run away from the scene right away as Akong would immediately use his super paw to bother Rex, and yet, Rex again avoided the power to make that happen as he was able to do the finishing touches in this crawl. Akong and Sean would end up being tagged out by Rex in the end game as Rex conquered once again for the Leo tribe. After the game, Rex gave to the Polyalu audience a compelling speech. Here are a few statements. Rex said that the Leo tribe is the strongest among all the tribes in the world, and he thought that this victory is the beginning of a new era for his beloved Leo tribe. He wanted to bring back the honor by showing everyone the progress of building it. And he wanted to play a death match against the 6 running men starting tomorrow to make this compelling. Speaking of tomorrow, that brings us here, in Game 1, as Rex is looking to break barriers against these underdog running men. So basically, the running men would again face another obstacle on their way, and that is, the Leo tribe. While almost the entire DV7 team got hospitalized, Alto cannot believe that the Leo tribe is finally back. To quote Alto, he described that the tribe is known for ancient royalty and they once ruled the world with iron fists and they were the strongest tribe in history. However, they disappeared for a very long time before Rex appeared in Tree City. Alto acquired some information because he heard about it through some of the folktales in their royal court. Rena read all of the ancient history books, but she could not find anything about the Leo tribe. So, she thought that she needs to research so that she would have a better understanding about the Leo tribe. Popo changed the conversation that the point is that he and the rest of the Running Man team will be playing against Rex and the rest of the Leo tribe, but they do not even have a strategy to defeat them. Also, Parla said that the way of Rex defeating the DV7 is like a child's play. In spite of that, Lou mentioned that he and the rest of the team faced impossible odds, meaning opponents who seem impossible to give up, but they were able to defeat all of them. But what are these impossible odds? Take for instance their very first team battle when they faced the brainwashed DV7 created by Charming Gold. They lost the first game in a landslide, but they picked it up in the next 2 as they removed their masks filled with red gas. Afterwards, the team faced against Charming Gold and his giant robot. Their efforts capped off with Cougar letting Gold's robot to absorb too much energy from Cougar's super paw. The team would again claim another victory against another giant, which is Ulcus, before they were forced to go to Old City. And lastly, the team helped Parla to defeat Akong with all of that chanting. Lou added that the team should make this fight resounding so that they could conquer over the strongest tribe, and the team is definitely one true Running Man team. He believes that stronger courage is better than stronger power. The team would then do their shout out as they are ready to play their first meeting against the Leo tribe. And despite an onslaught coming from Rex of the Leo tribe, here we are, tied with the Running Man team hoping to annihilate Rex with a lot of work. One would think the Running Man team's way to tie the game was led by one of Lou's incredible plans. But as this battle turns into an awesome combat, this tie score, came from remarkable skillfulness, as well as a few sudden mistakes to change the outcome, but we will get to that in a little bit. As the first game is about to begin, the Pululu crowd welcomed back the Running Man team in Tree City after their trip in Old City. But despite the warm welcome, the Pululus also cheered at Rex. The Running Man team cannot even believe it when the Pululus cheered for their opponent. Rex thought they are cheering for the strongest tribe in the world. And the first game for the death matches. Deathball is a lot similar to dodgeball. You all know the rules, right? Yes? Alright, let's just fast forward to watch the start. But before we do, there is one rule that will make this dodgeball game harder. If someone catches the red ball, that player will be automatically out. Sounds interesting, right? And by the way, this game is played best of 3 sets. So, the team who will win 2 sets wins the game. Well now, let's proceed. But before the game director quickly stated that both teams should have the same number of players. The Leo tribe have 4 on their side, while the Running Man team have their usual 6. So, the game director informed that the Running Man team should sit down 2 of their players. With unfairness, Lou, Cougar, Mio, and Parla are staring at Longkey and Popo because they thought that both of them should be just watching instead of playing. But while the Running Man team is deciding who should sit down for the first game, 3 players from the Leo tribe walked out of the playing field as the game announcer commentated that all 3 of them are thrown out of the game. Rex, however, was not annoyed by the actions of his teammates as he demanded that he will play alone against the 6 running men. Although both teams do not have the same number of players, the game director let the game begin anyway. So now, we are seeing a 6-on-1 contest. Sounds easy for the running man team, don't you agree? We'll find out. On to set 1 as Guga tries to dodge Rex, but he caught the ball so easily. Rex, however, allowed the running man team plenty of chances to dodge him, but it appears that Rex is enjoying himself while he is backfiring the running men. The running man team tried again to dodge him with Liu. Then they tried to dodge him with Miyo. Then they tried to dodge him with Popo. Nothing worked. The team would then try to dodge Rex with Pala, which... And finally, the running man team tried to dodge him with Lonky while he thought that his teammates are dodging at Rex recklessly and taught them a lesson that they should have technique. Lonky tried to dodge Rex with 2 balls using a technique called balls of chaos. Rex was definitely ready for this to misfire, but he saw that both of the balls are spinning without gravity. But for real, it appears that Lonky is just playing a trick on Rex as his arms would get snatched by Rex's powerful arms and got his silliness thrown into the garbage bin. And now, it is Rex's time to shine. He threw the ball straight onto the running man, but Lonky had no time to run away as the ball hardly hit onto Lonky's head, leading to an out. With another ball thrown, Rex was able to get a rare combo of eliminating Pala and Popo. Then, Rex tried to dodge 2 balls of Miyo. She was able to avoid getting hit when she jumped. But with the grace of a boomerang, the balls turned around and have a perfect aim onto Miyo. And yet, the running man team got another out as this set is about to become a blowout. Afterwards, Rex threw the dodge onto Kuga. He tried to catch with both of his paws, and he barely caught it, but stepped out of bounds because the ball's force is too strong. Now, we are looking how a 6 against 1 turns into 1 against 1. Liu, the only remaining player for the running man team, hopes for Lady Luck to come as Rex threw another ball towards him. Liu jumped to avoid getting hit, but Rex jumped too and hit him with a second ball as he was able to defeat the running man single-handedly here in set 1. In set 2, the running man team would get another strategy from Liu to try to dodge Rex. At first, Kuga and Miyo ran towards the sides of the playing field. And then, Miyo, who is the blue ball, threw the ball to the left side of Rex so that he could catch it in a difficult position. Even so, Liu had his prediction right when Rex caught the ball with his left hand in an awkward scene. And the winning part of the plan was that Kuga, on the other side, will throw the red ball straight onto Rex. But even though the running man team gave Rex a harder time, he still stood up with one leg, rotated his body, and caught the other ball with his right hand. And that was one astonishing play to avoid getting eliminated, as the running man was stunned. But suddenly, Rex was eliminated because catching the red ball is an automatic out, according to the rules of the game. So now, the Leo tribe and the running man team are tied 1 apiece as the first game of the deathmatch goes to a pivotal final set. Set 3 started with a few unforeseen outs coming from the running man team as Lonky and Pala walked out of bounds and ran behind Rex's back. While Rex cannot figure out the strategy of the running man, he threw the ball, and Kuga tried once again to catch it. But wait, what do we have here? Back in Old City, the running man team got their watches upgraded when the gatekeepers gave them special powers. They were given a bonus to help them defeat Akong to stop his evil plans, but the 6 running men have different special items. For example, Kuga is a lot more powerful than he was before. He used his power when he tried to catch the ball thrown by Rex again here in set 3. At last, Kuga caught the ball without stepping outside the playing field. Rex quickly realized that Kuga used a power coming from the spirits. Then, Liu recognized that another ball is coming after him. And again, Liu used his special power to avoid getting hit. His power is called the power of the wind. And with that, Liu spun around the ball and quickly stopped for the ball to stop taking flight. Before both teams played for set 3, Liu had another strategy to finish this off by using their items they got in Old City, as the entire team thought this idea could work. Plus, Liu said that the secret weapon of the plan is... Liu's plan goes like this. The team would not allow Rex to have one of the dodgeballs until Pally gained his strength so that he could finish off Rex. We all know that Pally's herbs usually help him to become more energetic with a faster speed and better awareness. And with that, the rest will just have to move the ball well by passing the ball continuously until Power gains his momentum. So, the ball movement started with the running man team passing the blue ball to each other, until Guga tried to put the dodge onto Rex, but Rex moved his head to avoid it. Even so, Lonky tried to catch the ball before it goes out of the bounds, but luckily, he barely caught it with his stretchy arms. And so, the ball movement continues before Liu used his wind power to put a spin onto the ball. It did not even hit Rex though, but it is heading towards Lonky. He tried to catch it, but a little bit too slow before Rex quickly grabbed it and put a stare onto Lonky that it is already his time. Rex would then swiftly throw the ball, but Mio used her power to bounce the ball onto the ground to give her team another rebound. Anyhow, Rex figured out that the running man team did have the items that they made them more powerful. He further stated that he will finish this off immediately when he catches the ball. That puts the running man team in a higher risk that they might blow this off as Power is still working on his hurt. The rest continued their ball movement by passing the ball to each other as Liu threw it and informed to Popo that he needs to throw it right away. But Popo did not get the memo, and in a moment of foolishness, he threw a lazy pass right into the outstretched hands of Rex. And with that, Rex was definitely confident when he threw the ball hardly towards the running man team. The ball hardly hit onto Liu's head, but thankfully with the use of Popo's cards and Guga's ball hog, avoided the ball to go outside. And so, Liu is still safe and not yet eliminated. Unfortunately, Popo stepped out of bounds when he helped in saving the ball, another air mistake coming from the representative of the Pink Tribe. That time has come as Pala finally gained his energy. But the guy who saved Old City to help defeat Akong by chanting "Shake It" to become one of Old City's unforgotten heroes, suddenly lost energy as he fell hard onto the floor. Oh man, that's gonna stick with him. Even though the running men got their strategy ruined by some huge errors to keep the door wide open for Rex to enter, Liu insisted that they should not give up yet and have no choice to use their special items and put up her Hail Mary. With that, Lonky and Popo would bring back their ultimate weapon, which is the Super Duper Mega Cannon. Meanwhile, Liu threw the ball up in the air, and Guga helped Mio to rise her up in the air to slap the ball onto Rex's body, which brings us here. Tie game. Rex, of the Leo tribe, is looking to remain victorious once again single-handedly, and get a leg up, in his pursuit of building new Leo bloodline. A true running man team, featuring 6 participants from 6 different tribes, who believe that they can win this game, who have the stronger courage, is continuing to claim triumphs after defying impossible odds, anticipating for another comeback win, and trying to claw back from unexpected blunders that ruined Liu's clever operation. They are hoping to bring back the favor in their long-time home in Tree City as true heroes, and avoid a demoralizing first game loss against the strongest tribe in the world. Welcome to a moment in history.
Witness superior power. The power of the hurricane. I can withstand this much wind.
Thanks a lot for watching. If you are new to this channel, I am pretty sure you will like this video. Or, you can check other videos in this playlist. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time.